One of the fascinating aspects about Petra are the number of idols around the whole place. They're called betyls by scholars. Betyl, beetle. It's based on a Greek word betylia, which essentially means living stones.
Or house of God.
House of God, because it actually comes from the older Hebrew, Beth-el. But according to the Greeks, the betylia were created by the sky god Uranus when he was fighting his war against Kronos and the Titans. He created these living stones to help him in his war. Obviously didn't work because according to the Greeks, Kronos succeeded his father as king of the gods, ruled for a while until Zeus and the Olympians came of age. But as we mentioned, the word actually comes from the older Hebrew, beit-el, which means house of God. And that derives from the story of Jacob and his vision of the ladder, ascending and descending angels, climbing this ladder into heaven, this stairway to heaven, if you will. That's why so many of the tombs, most of the tombs in Petra and other Nabatean sites have what's called a crow step design. It looks like a stairway going up and then coming down again. That's what it represents. It really does represent a stairway to heaven.
Yes, and you see cube-shaped rocks there all the time that are referred to as jinn blocks, but I think that they probably have an even deeper meaning.
Well, yes, and the jinn blocks, that's not what the Nabateans called them. That was a later name invented probably by tour guides to make it sound more exciting. And I think what they represent in Petra and other places where you find them in Nabatean sites is the same thing that crosses in Christian cemeteries here in the United States and the West represent. That represents the faith.
The faith in resurrection.
In resurrection, right. That
because some of these jinn blocks, the cubes in Petra, have the crow steps on them.
They do. And archaeologists have found that there are shaft tombs underneath them, shaft graves below those jinn blocks.
We're inside one of the tombs that we've been showing you from the outside with the crow step theme. This is a very cool place temperature-wise. It's been used as a dwelling for the last couple hundred years by Bedouins until recently when the Bedouins were moved out of the city to a village built for them up on the hill, currently being used now for donkey storage, donkey garage, basically. But the crow step motif is really fascinating because you see it on all of the tombs here at Petra, but we also see it on the decorations we saw at the Temple Institute in Jerusalem. This idea that the stairs connect heaven and earth. A physical representation of Jacob's ladder. That's what it represents. But the idea has been twisted over time, whereas Jacob set up a rock to commemorate the place where he saw this marvelous vision and called it Beit-el, house of God. Later pagans took that to mean that the God was in the rock, which is why you see so many of these betyls here at Petra, just slabs of stone that were believed to contain the essence of the God that was being worshipped.
I think at last count, a scholar went through and took an inventory of all of these betyls inside Petra and came up with a 550.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. See Israel with the Gilberts, March 19th through 30th of 2023 with an optional 3-day extension to Jordan. For more information, log on to gilberthouse.org/travel.